So I'm gonna talk to you guys about something. So you got a brand new tarantula, right? It's a baby one. So, or you either got a tarantula, right? You realize it's not eating. It hasn't been eating, and why isn't it hungry? Well, you see that abdomen right there, that big thing on the back, right? All right. Now, when you start seeing a heartbeat, like boom, 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 or whatever it is, right? You start seeing a heartbeat. You know what I do? I stop feeding it for a while. Okay. Don't worry about it. It's like you get out of a restaurant and you're very full. You're very, very full. Now, do you want someone to keep stuffing you? All right. All right. I made my point now. Now, if right now it's not, I can't really see the heartbeat. But it kind of looks like you see a line, right? You see a line and then you start seeing something moving. Now, calm down on the eating, okay? Calm down, calm down on the feeding is what I mean, all right? Now, here's something really important. You want water, right? You want this thing to always have water, you know? Come on, it's a tarantula, it drinks, Would you want water? Whenever you want? Of course, all right. So, and if you don't drink water, hey, you want something to drink if you're eating something dry, right? Highly recommend drinking water. But yeah, I mean, what do you do when it's not eating? Alright, sorry about that. When it's not eating, oh, you put the food in there, it's not eating at all. What do you do? Well, this is what I do, alright? Don't get impatient at all. Let me tell you exactly what to do. You kill the roach, whatever you have. You kill the roach, you leave it in there for about probably 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 or 9, doesn't matter, 20, a little bit before 24 hours, alright? And you leave it in there, and then you'll notice, what I noticed is they eat. They're eating it, when it's dead. So, that's what I've learned, alright? So, don't you worry. If it's not eating in front of you, don't even worry about it, alright? Just let it sit there. Hey, if you need to, this is what I do. You see this F right there? F is for feeding, M is for molting. I put it on there, and I wait about 3 days after it molts. And then, after it molts, I feed it. And that's what I do. Now, you don't want anything, of course, sometimes, okay, kill it. The roach or the cricket. You want to kill the roach or the cricket. You want to throw it in there, of course. You don't want it getting all over the place, but then you don't want to waste the cricket and you don't want to waste the roach, right? Well, if you're running that low, then obviously you need to get some more. I don't want to say this to you because I don't know what situation you're in. I've been there, alright? I've been there. So, yeah, just throw in the food, let it eat, and if it doesn't eat, hey, give it a couple more days, If you don't see it coming out, hey, it comes out, I've seen mine come out. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to tell you something. And the water bowl, make sure it's the right size. If it's a little one, use like a water bottle cap, But if it gets bigger, you could use a milk jug cap, alright? Now, moss, I recommend. You know what I mean? I recommend moss, And some coco coir, that's what I use, So, this is a Vegan's, right? A Vegan's tarantula. I really like it, Last time I checked, it was a she. So I really like her. She seems very nice. It's just I'm not going to get too close until it gets a little bigger, you see. I didn't want to... I think I handled the other one, but... Take a look. See how it's just hanging out there? Like... So, yeah. Now this, how big an enclosure is, it can dig. I admit I probably should put more substrate if I wanted to. This seems like it's doing fine. It just hangs out by the glass. A long time ago, let me tell you a story. I had this container, right? Now, I still have these tarantulas. Now, they would be pacing, not like pacing, but like, they would just walk around, the walls. And they would be walking, and it's so interesting to watch because they walk in circles, and sometimes they grab the dirt and they move it to another place and grab the dirt and move it to another place. It's really interesting. You know what I try to do? Let me tell you something. Some tarantulas, you might see that they might start digging, okay? But if you start like getting, interacting with it, I believe when you start interacting with it, it stays on the surface. And sometimes, okay, it stays, hanging out. You want to make sure they're not alone, you know what I mean? They're very nice to me, They're not trying to, well, I haven't handled it right now, or I haven't handled this. But they're pretty nice, They don't seem like they're too aggressive. They might start acting up when you put water in it. So I'll tell you that as a warning, all right? If it's your first tarantula, it'll try to attack it. Sometimes, but hey, don't worry about it. You can do it. You know what I mean? Just have some faith, all right? Sometimes, all right, do not try to make it angry or anything, because they will grab onto this if you make it angry, Just be gentle with it. Don't try to anger it. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you that. So this is what I learned so far. I try to keep track of keeping this leveled. Even when the tarantula made a hole or something, I try to keep it leveled, and that's how it's been keeping it at many times. I don't mind if it burrows, but I like seeing it. You know what I mean? So that's what I kept doing, and that's why it's on the surface. With this one, let me tell you, this one was going all the way over here, doing the same thing on the other enclosure, but now it's just on the surface. You see that thing on the top? It looks like it's almost full, right? Like it just got done eating. Well, actually, I don't think I fed this one yet, but eventually I will. Now this one, you can see, is hanging out. Eventually it's gonna need some feeding. And what about this one? This one is all the way back there. See that over there? Sometimes you'll see alright, you see the natural color, and then you start seeing this line when you're feeding it, right? It's a line, and then you start seeing this boom, 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 like a heartbeat, right? Now, with that, what do? Hey, relax on the feeding, alright? Now these water bowls, sometimes they get dirty, so you're gonna have to clean it up, you know what I mean? So when you get your own tarantula, you're gonna have to clean your water bowl. Come on, you want it to have in some very clean water. And every now and then if you start seeing some poop, like, let me give you an example, like something like this, because it used the bathroom right on the glass. I don't know if you could see it. It's not supposed to be there, but hey, I think these are known for doing that. So, it's nice. It's nice because I'm able to see it and clean it, right? Alright. Now this, you see the water bowl, you want to keep the water bowl. I have a water dish, it's just this is small. You know what I mean? And I don't want it being too big. So there's that. And this is the enclosure. And you know what I did? I put some some screen on the sides. I glue it on there. In case whatever, there's other stories why. I don't want fruit flies, alright? So I put these magnets on there, right? It pulls onto it. There's this suction thing, So there's that, and see it hanging out there? Alright everybody, take care. I'm going to make another video. This is part 1. I'm going to make part 2. Take care everybody.